Hey, what's up guys? It's Ray Brizzy of Lucky Cat Beats, and today we're actually going to be making a J. Cole type beat. So, let's get to it. Alright guys, so I'm just going to show you guys the verse because everything else is kind of slow, but that way you guys can just hear the beat. Alright guys, so that's the verse of the song, and as you guys can tell, I mostly have this guitar loop kind of just going on and then a little bit of piano. But let me show you where I got the sounds for like the instruments, and of course I use Splice, and I know some of you guys might look down on that, but hey, I sold beats using Splice, so there's that. But if you guys want to check out these sounds, it's by Soul Surplus, and I have no clue who doesn't use Soul Surplus. They're so good, it's crazy. And let me play for you guys the guitar first. So that's the guitar. It's really slow. It's at 60 BPM, so I had to make it go higher to 78. And then I grabbed the piano from here as well. And then there was a bass 808 or just a regular electric bass, but because I put up the BPMs a lot faster, it didn't really work as well. And then lastly, there's this pianette, which really sounds like a Rhodes to me, but hey, I don't play natural instruments, so they probably know what they're talking about. But if you want to grab these sounds, go make sure that you check it out on Splice. But besides that, these are the main sounds that I use and whatnot. The only main thing that I really did for the piano is that I pitched it down during the verse so that you can hear it. And I think it actually sounds pretty cool like that. And then for the intro, I practically just kind of do, well, I automated the BPMs on it. So I make the BPM go from 60 to 78 just to make that kind of dramatic effect of like sampling a song. But let me play for you guys real quick. And then I didn't want the song to practically just start off with the original sound of the guitar just on the intro. So I just ended up using RC20, and then I added this flux chorus on it. And I think it sounds actually pretty good. So I just did that so that there's like a little bit of difference so that not everything sounds so similar. And then also at the very beginning, it has the Rhodes, and then I take out the Rhodes when it goes to the verse. So you want to kind of play around with the instruments to make sure that like not everything sounds the same. And then I added this little siren sound right here that I actually got in from my last video, and I just like how this siren sounds a lot. It's so like dramatic and like, I don't know, like I think it's like a cool sound, to be honest. And then I'm gonna just play the chorus again for you guys so you guys can kind of like listen to it real quick. And the hardest part actually for the verse is just making sure all the instruments kind of have their own frequency. So what I had to do for the guitar, I actually lowered it about like 5 decibels. And then I also lowered the piano. And I wanted mostly for people to listen to the Rhodes, which is only like less than 4 decibels to the original sound. Because like if they hear the guitar too much, and they're gonna think the beat is exactly the same. But if I, again, like, instead of having the piano accented in the regular like negative tilt transposed, I actually just put it normal so that the beat feels different. And then I made sure that the Rhodes is what's stronger, and then I kind of tried like ducking the guitar at the very end. And again, the main reason I do that is because I want people to kind of feel like the beat is different at each part. And then that's also why like kind of like the difference at the kind of like the transition between like the chorus and the verse is a little bit different. So let me play it for you guys. And I tend to do this in a lot of my beats, but I think it's just cool. It makes everything just sound a little bit more different and dramatic for people. So right there, again, I use the same guitar effect where it just kind of sounds like different. But that's all really that I did for the beat, just in terms of like the instruments that I got from Splice. And then for the drums are pretty straightforward. I didn't want the hi-hats to be super crazy so that it still has that boom bap feel, but it also has like that trap feel. So that's the snare. I just thought it added a lot more to the song, and it's not really just a hi-hat. It's like a perk, honestly, to me. And I just like how it sounded. And then for the kick, it's pretty straightforward. Right, and then I just added this cymbal right now, which is originally what I had, but I also don't want it to compete with the other perk, so I just brought down the level a little bit. Play the hi-hat for you guys. And I chose this hi-hat, even though it has kind of like a trap pattern. I did want the hi-hat to sound like more lo-fi-ish, so that's the hat that I decided to use. But other than that, I'm just gonna show you guys where I got the drums from, if you're interested in that I use on the beat. It's this one right here. It's called Place Open Hi-Hat One Shot Smooth. I just like how that sounds, and then I added some reverb and whatnot, and I think it sounded pretty good. And then for the hi-hat, I use this one called Real, and I would grab it. I just love his drum. His drum pack is one of the best for hi-hat sounds, for like anything like drums. I love his drums. It's crazy. So make sure that you grab it. All right, and then for the kick, I ended up using this called Weltsinig. I have no clue what that means, but I also like compressed it a little bit, but originally this is what the sound sounded like. All right, and then the other snare that I use is called Algenblick, is right here. And then the other percussion that I use, it's called Fire and Fans. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Soul Surplus will probably help you make J. Cole type beats and whatnot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Ray Brizzy of Lucky Cat Beats, helping you get to your next lucky breakthrough moment in music. Take care, guys. Peace.